Hello guys, you're watching Learn C from scratch, and in this tutorial I will be talking about how to use printf function to write output to the standard output stream. So without beating around bushes, let's get to the point. If you recall my teachings from the first part of basic structure of C program, then you will know that the first section in C program is documentation section. And it is an optional section. There is no any rule like if you do not document your source code, then it will not work. But since it is considered to be good practice to have source code documented, let's have this section included. Now the second step is an inclusion of header file. But the question stands here that what header files do we include? Well, in the last tutorial, I mentioned that the definition of input-output function is stored in stdio.h named header file. stdio.h holds the definition of all input-output function, so let's include it here in the link section, and I have already told you in my last tutorial about how to include header file. So let's have this header file included here in the link section. Now that we have included stdio.h header file, we have got the license to use printf function. Now let's directly jump to the main function section, skipping definition and global section as there is no use of those sections in this program. This is the basic template of main function. Now let's proceed to the syntax of printf function. So this is the syntax for printf function. And since I don't want this syntax to be compiled, I'm gonna comment it. And I have already taught you in my video named commenting in C that how to comment the statements. Now let us assume that we want to display my name is Harry and I am learning C from scratch. So let's follow this printf syntax and try to display my name is Harry and I'm learning C from scratch on the output screen. My name is Harry and I'm learning C from scratch. And we must not forget to end this printf statement with a semicolon. Like I told you in the first part of basic structure of C program, whatever we write here in between this opening and closing curly braces must end with a semicolon. So if you do not end each of those statements that you write in between opening and closing curly brace with a semicolon, and if you run your code, then compiler is going to show a compilation error. So we must end each of those statements that we write here with a semicolon. Now let's save this. And this is our terminal. This is where we are going to compile our code. So let's compile our code. gcc printf.c is the command to compile the C program in gcc compiler. So let's go ahead and compile our code. Look, it is successfully compiled. If there had been any syntactical error, it would have shown some compilation error here. But as it is not showing any compilation error, it means that it is successfully compiled. Now let's run our program. This is a command to run program in Ubuntu. So this is a compiler, so let's go ahead and run our program. Look, it's displaying my name is Harry and I am learning C from scratch. And both of these statements are appearing in the same line. But what if I want I'm learning C from scratch to appear here in the next line, right below my name is Harry? So let's go back to our code and make some changes here. I will insert a backward slash followed by n. This is called backslash character, and now everything that follows backslash n character will appear in the next line. Now I'm learning C from scratch will appear in the next line. Let's first save this source code. Let's go back to our terminal. Let's compile it again. Let's run it, and look, it's displaying my name is Harry, I'm learning C from scratch. Right below my name is Harry in the next line. So let's go back to our source code. Yeah guys, and there is still a lot to talk about printf function. This is not all about printf function. Since this video is made keeping beginners in mind, I will talk more about printf function after the explanation of data type and variable. And now that you have learned how to display output to the standard output stream, your job is to display your introduction. And if you have any query, drop it in the comment box. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, keep your thumb up, and yeah, don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.